The Reddit title reads, I, a 27 male, think my girlfriend, a 29 female, might be cheating on me. I don't know how to confront her. My girlfriend and I have been dating for about 3 years and we currently live together in my apartment. We both work in the same industry, which sometimes requires us to travel. She usually lets me know if she has people over whenever I'm out of town, and I've done the same for her too. So they've been dating for a while now. He doesn't say if they're in a relationship, but I'm guessing they are, given that they're girlfriend boyfriend. Um, and they live together in his apartment, so she should definitely be always telling him the people that will be coming over to his apartment. Ideally, he should have met these people first and vetted them, because it is his space. She needs to respect his rules, given that it's his apartment that he's let her stay in. Um, they work in an industry that requires a lot of travel. That can be straining on a relationship and really test a relationship's loyalty. So I don't know if they have each other's locations on their phone. I feel like when you're in a relationship, both people should be wanting to share each other's location, not just to keep an eye on each other, but to make sure each other's safe. It's not about snooping on each other's business, it's about being open and honest, and also making sure you're both safe. So I think that's something they should have put on their phones very early on in their committed relationship. Um, she does say that sometimes she has people over, but sometimes she doesn't tell him, which is a bit odd. I feel like every single time she invites people over to his apartment, he should know and she should wait for his confirmation that it's okay. And who's she inviting over? Is there situations where she's inviting over just a guy friend who is straight and might be interested in her romantically? That's a rule that should not be crossed. But he doesn't say the type of people she's inviting over. Maybe it's just a group of girlfriends, which I think most guys would be completely fine with. The next paragraph. This morning I ran into my downstairs neighbour who awkwardly asked me to tone it down because he could hear us having sex from his apartment. Wow. Especially based in the UK, I don't think a neighbour would ever say that, because we are too shy about bringing up stuff like sex. We just maybe politely ask them to keep the noise down without referencing sex, but maybe they're not based in the UK. So he apologised to his neighbour and told him it won't happen again. He said, "Thank you, as it's been keeping him up at night for the last couple of weeks." I got confused since I just got back from an out-of-state project that took several weeks, and he confirmed the noises had been going on for a while. During the time away, she never said she'd had anyone over and was mostly going out instead. I think she might be cheating on me. So I'm wondering if he had any concerns about her loyalty and her cheating on him before this neighbour brought up this noise complaint. Because if during the 3 year relationship he had his doubts, then this could be the nail in the coffin. But if it's the first ever time he's had doubts about her loyalty, then maybe he shouldn't jump to conclusions about her cheating on him. He does say that she's mostly going out instead. Again, what does that mean? Like, they're in a committed long-term relationship. She's nearly 30. Is she still going out partying and clubbing? Who's she going out partying clubbing with? Or when she's mostly going out instead, is she just hanging out with friends, going to the park? Like, we need to understand this girl's values. Is she spending her life like a single girl while he's away? What is he doing on his trips? Is he doing the same? So we need to hear both sides of the story here. But no, alarm bells would be ringing. If this neighbour's completely confident it was sex noises, then yeah, I'd be very worried if I was this guy, because for all we know, she could just be listening to like really loud porn, or maybe she's just watching TV. Like, he needs to make sure this neighbour is 100% sure it's sex noises, and he needs to be 100% sure that he could hear two people, not just one person. Could he hear, a guy's voice or a guy's noises? So I'd ask the neighbour much more clarifying questions for sure. Before her, I had another girlfriend who cheated on me. So yeah, definitely there's going to be some insecurities here from his point of view, and a lot of trust issues, which is completely understandable. Being cheated on, whether you're a guy or a girl, is not a fun situation to be in. I found out because my brother found out and told me when I immediately confronted my ex. She first denied but later confessed. That incident effed me up for a while and made me swear off any relationships until I met her. Yeah, I completely understand. All trust goes out the window, and you need a lot of time by yourself to try and work on your confidence and build it back up and learn to trust again. And obviously this girl made him trust again, so she did a good job, and maybe she is a good, honest person. She and I met a few months ago after I moved here from across the country for work, and she's been everything to me. Sounds like a great girl. She knows about my ex and agreed that cheating would be a deal breaker. Okay, so she has values, but you should always look at her actions over what she says. But the possibility of her cheating is torturing me, not just for having my heart and trust broken again, but I feel like a idiot for being this naive. Don't beat yourself up about it. You trusted someone. Everybody wants to find love, and companionship is wonderful. I really do think you can have the best life ever, but the woman in your life can be the cherry and icing on top of a great life. So yeah, don't swear off relationships just due to one bad experience. He says, since that morning I felt really sick and just went back to bed. She's out right now and doesn't know I'm home. Yeah, so that's something I'd start doing. I wouldn't tell her every time if you're at home or not, because you might be able to catch her in the act if she doesn't think you're home or not. I don't have definite proof she's been cheating. My only word is my neighbour's, and I have no reason not to trust her, since he's always been a pretty nice guy, and this was the first he's ever complained. Okay, yeah, that's really key information here. This neighbour doesn't have it in for him, and this isn't a constant thing. This is out of the ordinary. Obviously, it was very loud and disrupting to him, so he brought it up with the guy. So yeah, I believe this neighbour. I do. I feel like if I confronted her now without proof, she'd pull the same thing my ex did. I really hope that I'm just being paranoid and she never cheated. But I feel like a horrible person for not trusting her and jumping to conclusions. So yeah, you do not want to approach her without hard proof, because you'll be going into that conversation unsure about what you were saying and whether this is true or not. Never ever approach your girlfriend about cheating without clear evidence. I'm talking about photos, videos, audio. Yeah, you need to provide her with evidence where she just can't refute it, because it has to be plain in sight, the truth. And he doesn't have that right now. All he has is his neighbour's words, which you can easily just say, you're going to trust your neighbour over your girlfriend of 3 years? I don't think that's going to go down well. And he says he feels horrible about not trusting her. Don't feel horrible about it. If the neighbour said the same thing to her, she jumped to conclusions too. It's completely natural to feel that way, especially with someone that you have such love for. He ends the post by saying, what should I do? Confront her now or wait? If I do confront her, what's the best way to do so? Yeah, again, just do not confront her until you have hard evidence. Now, what evidence could you get? Could you set up a video camera in your apartment. I don't even know if that's legal. It is his apartment, but I don't know if you can record people without their permission. I don't know what the rules are in the US. Maybe you could set up like a audio device. So instead of filming them, you could hear if she's inviting guys over. I would definitely share each other's location on your phones. Maybe you could change up your work schedule so you could be at home waiting for her to come over. I know you don't want to make all these big changes to your life to try and catch her in the act, but like I said, you cannot confront her without hard evidence. So yeah, it's a difficult situation. Do I think she's guilty? Again, it's difficult when it's just another guy's opinion of hearing something that might not be exactly what he heard. Maybe she was watching adult content, maybe it was the TV, maybe he heard it from another flat. But the thing is, he says this girl has been great to him, he trusts her completely, so maybe she is being trustworthy. But yeah, I hope this guy sorts it out, and again, do not approach a situation without hard evidence, because women and men do lie and they want to save face. So yeah, hope this guy sorts it out. Anyway guys, cheers and talk to you later.